Hey, what's up guys? So, with so many people playing Fire Kings, also I checked out the deck yesterday and it's pretty nasty. No lie, this card, if you can have it survive for multiple turns, it really becomes problematic for your opponent. That said, if you guys don't know what this card is, you can check a video out. I already have one uploaded. Just type in I think it's called Fire Kings. I've seen worse, where this guy was like, no, Fire King, that's not even good, even though I blew up his field like 4 times with it. This card is honestly really strong, but it actually does have its weakness. When I was reading this card, I was like, wow, this card's so good. But realistically, there are ways to counter this deck. Now, the thing is, it's pretty much just the Fire King, this guy over here, the Garunix, I believe is his name. That said, they also do play Rekindling, so that's a pretty nasty card that they can just pull out. But generally, what I'm going to kind of explain is kind of how to beat the Fire King Garunix, because this is the main card that they try to get out as fast as possible and try to abuse him as quickly as possible, as many times as possible. This card is very problematic. You got to get rid of this card. So let's talk about some cards you can main deck or side deck against this deck. So Compulse is very good. You just put it back to their hand, even though, yes, there is a Fire King. What is that, Fire King? There's one that destroys in the hand. King. I don't know which one it is, but there's one where you get to destroy a card in your hand. Is it this one? Yeah. So there's one where you can actually destroy cards in your hand, but hey, not everyone plays this. I think most people play like 1 or 2. I know when I was playing, I didn't play any because I literally just typed in Fire King, threw a whole bunch of cards and said, it was like, okay, let's see how it goes. Also, this card is actually pretty nasty too. This basically just brings it out. But again, if you just compulse it, it works out pretty well. Yeah, compulsing the Fire King Garunix is pretty decent. Also, Dimensional Prison, just banishing it in general. Also, Bottomless would be an option for that as well. In my Fire King deck, I played Triple Lance. I didn't bother with MST because if they warning Garunix, or if even if you saw him Judgment this card still gets his effect, which is insane because it's whenever it's destroyed by a card effect, which means wherever it's destroyed, it could. I don't know if there's any cards that destroy in the graveyard, but yeah, if this card's destroyed in your hand, you still get the effect. So if they're warning it and it's technically destroyed, and you still get the effect. So yeah, anything that banishes or returns to the hand is good. Also, Caius, also any Monarch. This deck will pretty much almost 100% of the time lose to Monarchs. Monarchs will just be like, oh, it's cool, I don't even care. You can top deck that. It's cool, attack you. Or you can just banish it like straight up with Caius. It has a really bad matchup against Frog Monarchs. And then anything with strong attack that also works. Also, DD Crow is pretty good against the deck as well, because remember, this card will actually go to the graveyard and you can be like, it's cool, and banish it, no more. Anything with Macro Defissure is pretty good as well. Yeah, anything with strong attack, because I remember this one guy, I think he was watching me, because I played Fire Kings for a few rounds. This guy decided, you know, in his Monarch deck, he wanted to main deck Beast King, and I was like, no, you totally did that, because in my Fire King deck, I main deck Skill Drain eventually when I was playing it, and Skill Drain is pretty nasty in this deck because it gets its effect off the field anyways. So yeah, although the whole destruction effect won't, apply, but him coming back will still apply, even if Skill Drain's on the field. Usually, I just Skill Drain once they try to get something that has higher attack. I'll just make Skull Skill Drain. Now you can't really make anything. Like if you throw up Skill Drain versus Plants, it's very difficult for them to get over this. But yeah, that said, yeah, higher attack like Beast King, anything like that. Some of them will play Skill Drain. I know. I thought Skill Drain wasn't bad. I mean, you don't get the destruction effect, but if you have Skill Drain out, it's kind of hard to deal with a 2700 attacker. Yeah, so I would say your best bet is probably, I'd say Compulse. That's like super chainable, and you don't have to worry about them MSing your other stuff. I really think Compulse is just super chainable. Compulse, definitely a good card, and DD Crow. If your deck can run Macro Defissure, those are options, but these two are probably going to be your best bet. I would say DD Crow probably superior, just because, if they destroy it in their hand first turn, perhaps it doesn't really happen, but they could actually use this and then destroy at the end phase, and then you'd be like, it's cool, banish, and then it's gone. So yeah, DD Crow really is the superior card against the Fire King. But yeah, I hope this helps you guys out, because a lot of people were messaging me like, how do you beat this deck? And I was like, well, let me take a look at it, and I realized that the deck does have its flaws. It's a pretty good card though. Like, this is the next structure deck card, so be expected to play against this, because a lot of people are playing this and Mermails on Dueling Network. And I think that this card is actually pretty good against Mermails, because Mermails will just go, they can Catastrophe you, but they don't come back and they lose their Catastrophe because it blows it up. And then, what can they really do? They can discard their Atlanteans and then blow it up, but then it's cool. It's destroyed by card effect, comes back, blows up their stuff. So I really feel like this card does have its good matchups against, Mermails. I think it has a pretty good matchup against Mermails. But Mermails can OTK you sometimes, so yeah, you gotta watch out for that. But yeah, I think this is going to be a very popular deck, because it's going to be a structure deck. So be expected to play against this, and yeah, be ready to side maybe double, triple Crow, because yeah, Crow really wrecks this deck, hands down. Just it eats it alive. Like, after you banish like 3 of these or 2 of these, like, what do they do? There's very limited things that the deck can really do. It's kind of a gimmicky deck, but some of them will play the Rekindling. They'll play Fire Dog, so they can still like Synchro and Exceed. So you gotta watch out for that. That's just something to note. But thanks for watching. Hope this helps you guys out that are trying to battle the Garunix, because it is a pretty nasty card if you don't deal with it pretty fast. But thanks for watching. Asian Eyes signing out.